Holding the Word. The more peaceful one becomes in the silence, the more rapidly can he attune himself to the spirit of his Word. To plant the divine Word, one must have the capacity to think with clarity. He must be mental in two directions, outward to the phenomenal world and inward to the supernal realm of spirit. His absorption in the spirit of the Word must be so complete that everything else for the time being is blotted out. Abiding in the Word is not creating the Word nor entering into the Word, but allowing it to form itself in us. From an idea it is transmuted into a reality. The Word is already within us, awaiting our recognition. We draw it out as we set the law in motion through spiritual realization. Creation is finished and complete. Revelation is the bringing forth of that which already is. We cannot create more of that which is complete. The principle of mathematics is not creating more of the principle of mathematics. God is not creating more God. Can principle ever be less than principle? Can God ever be less than God? Can a divine manifestation ever be more or less than perfect? Can one ever become two? Success in holding the Word is determined by our ability to clear the mind of all preconceived ideas and feelings about the Word which we hold. When the truth student says that he got his mind clear, he means that he has entered a spiritual state of abstraction or being which is above things. Spiritual consciousness is clear consciousness. It is a virgin state of mind through which the spiritual child comes forth. The Immaculate Conception takes place in that pure state of consciousness in which one is able to recognize the divine or spiritual idea, which is the Christ or Son of God, and bring it forth through realization. The Christ is the firstborn of a virgin mind. Thus, to bring forth a spiritual conception, we must lay down the body of conscious thinking long enough to experience that clear consciousness out of which the child, or spiritual reward, is born. God does not bring to birth and not bring forth. And if our Word is to grow up or take on flesh, it must be well grounded in the Spirit. It must be planted deep within the subconscious mind and protected from Herod, the realm of things, destructive thoughts of worry, fear, and doubt, by the spiritual power of a clear consciousness. The spiritual idea must be conceived and welcomed with an open mind, otherwise it cannot be born. Since there is no room for the Christ child in the inn of the objective mind, we must go to the stable or subconscious mind and deliberately shut out everyone and everything. Nothing must be allowed to intrude upon the mind. Even the cattle, the human senses, must be dumb or still while the child is being born. When the Spirit of truth is born in us, the truth about all persons will radiate from us as the beam radiates from the sun. While we are holding our Word, we must take no account of the thoughts and feelings which come to us from the personal mind. Having proven ourselves to be untrue and unreliable, we must give them no place in the new consciousness of truth which we are seeking to develop. If interest flags, or the imagination seeks to carry us back to some condition of the old order, or to the human feeling or meaning of the Word which we hold, we must gently draw our interest back again and fix it more firmly upon the divine Word, or state of being which we have chosen as the intention of our meditation. By faithful repetition in bending the mind to its new task, we shall change its response from sense to spirit. Each time we lovingly return to the Word, the Spirit of power will quicken our interest in it. Each repetition will strengthen our awareness of the divine Spirit which we are seeking to know. When the mind is stayed upon the Spirit of the Word, it cannot busy itself with making pictures or thinking things. It cannot carry us away nor distract us from our chosen states of being, which is our stronghold, our fortress. As long, however, as these antics of the surface mind persist, we shall ignore these perversities until the mind learns obedience. As we stay our minds upon the Spirit of the Word, It will replace the human thought and feeling with the divine thought and feeling, bringing forth consequent and corresponding changes in the body. To stay the mind, one must have faith. That which saves the soul is faith, and not belief, that is, assent to a proposition. God demands the heart or soul of man, because the heart once gained and changed, all the rest follows, while the gift of the rest without the heart is only a seeming and leaves the man in his first estate. The man, says Samuel McComb, is that which he has faith in. Today, the educated physician and the psychologist recognize its meaning and worth. They insist that faith is the actual healing process in the body, a current which carries with it health and unity. If only this psychical energy be set in motion, disease may be opposed and overcome. After all, says Professor Osler, faith is the great revealer of life. Without it, man can do nothing. With it, even with a fragment as a grain of mustard seed, all things are possible to him.